All right, it is Monday, the last day of fall. Boy, you know what? You look outside, you just take in the leaves and just those beautiful waning fall moments. Feels like it's been winter for a month and a half, doesn't it? Nice to have you with us on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Hope you had a nice weekend. This is such a great time of year for coming together with friends and family, and hope you got a chance to do some of that this weekend. Let's take a look at today's weather forecast. We've got falling temperatures today, a little breezy out there this afternoon. Should be sunny, though. That'll be nice. Right now, whatever time you're watching this, is as warm as it's going to be. This is sort of a magic trick we're doing with the weather today. If you're watching this live right now, it's what, like 24? Something like that. And so that's as warm as it's going to be. If you're watching it at 4 p.m., 17 will be as warm as it is. It's just falling temperatures all day tonight, down around 10 degrees. Yeah, a little cold tonight. Will there still be snow on the ground come Christmas? Hard to say. A little chance for a rain-snow mix. We're going to be above 35. So we'll see, but it's looking like if you have snow on the ground, it's going to be kind of patchy come Christmas. So maybe you find the spirit with Christmas movies. There's a survey out of 2,000 Americans, and that says that A Christmas Story is the best holiday movie of all time. That's pretty good. Number 2, Charlie Brown Christmas. Number 3, It's a Wonderful Life. Do you think people are picking A Christmas Story because just they're like, well, it's a Christmas story? So it's right there in the title. If you're unsure about your favorite Christmas movie, you may just default A Christmas Story. We want to know your favorite Christmas movie. Is there a traditional movie you like to watch every year? Do you want to have the Die Hard debate? Go ahead, do whatever you want. That is fine too. The greatest, we're having a debate in the control room right now. Gerald, Die Hard Christmas movie or not? Gerald says yes. I'm getting mixed opinions. Josh says no. So weigh in on that if you want in the comments, and we'll share some stuff coming up. Today, the jury is going to begin to hear closing arguments in the Kim Potter trial. It goes down. Court starts around 9. There will be jury instructions, and then off we go as the prosecution and defense tries to summarize their case. And then the jury will get to work perhaps as early as this afternoon. Man, they could have a verdict today. We don't know. What's interesting about, well, there's so many things interesting about this case. It's a tragic case, right? A death that shouldn't have happened. But the question is, was this a straight-up accident, as Kim Potter and the defense argues, or were there factors that make this negligent and reckless, in which case you might see a guilty verdict? That's our legal analyst, Joe Tamburino, who says keep an eye on kind of these summary arguments, because this will help crystallize it for the jurors who will be sequestered until they reach a verdict. They've had all weekend to think about what Kim Potter said on the stand on Friday. Joe thinks we'll have a verdict before Christmas, which, just looking at the psychology of a jury, would make sense, right? There will be no school this week in Brooklyn Center because of the Potter trial. You know, a lot of school boards have moved up the start of winter break, perhaps because of COVID, perhaps because of teacher burnout. In Brooklyn Center, they said, look, if a verdict comes down, we don't know if there will be protest or unrest or emotions. And so what we are doing is saying we're just going to extend the break, and we will have holiday break starting right now. So winter break underway in Brooklyn Center. No school this week. We mentioned that tomorrow is the not the unofficial, meteorological winter started December 1st. Tomorrow, if you're kind of an equinox, a solstice type, tomorrow's the first day of winter. Check your carbon monoxide detectors, because this is the time of year there is a higher risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. You know the symptoms, right? You get kind of the headache, sort of breathlessness, feel a little woozy. It's the young and the elderly who are most susceptible. But, you know, this time of year, if you're drinking, holiday parties, you may not notice those symptoms. Experts say, yep, check those detectors.
I recommend they buy one with a digital display, because that can let you know of a problem before you need to evacuate the house. If there's 5 parts per million, which is an allowable amount, it's going to alarm at that and let you know, so you can investigate it and not have to run out into the cold in the middle of the night.
And these alarms don't last forever either, so you might want to check how often you should replace them. I think it's every 10 years or so. Firefighters say, furnace inspection, chimney inspection, these are all good things to do. And if you warm up your car before your morning commute, don't forget to open the garage door. Ideally, you back out a bit and start the car, but that's sort of the suggestion. Beautiful file footage of this St. Cloud State fan in their garage. That's great. So weird. You can see the newsroom. They're like, need a little garage door footage. You're like, where's this come from? Okay. Do you use dry shampoo? I know a lot of people do. It's a way to, instead of doing a full shower, a little squirt, the dry shampoo. But Procter & Gamble recalling more than 30 of their aerosol dry shampoo and conditioner products. There's a chemical in there that's been linked to cancer. So the company says they're pulling, which it wasn't intentionally put in there, I don't think, but they discovered it. And so they're pulling Pantene, Aussie, herbal essences off of store shelves. They say it's out of an abundance of caution. There have been no complaints or anything like that, but they discovered it. And so this is where they're at. So check your cupboards for any of these products. New rescue group out there, which is kind of cool to hear about, new animal rescue group. And they had an ugly Christmas sweater contest for dogs. They went to Forgotten Star Brewery in Fridley, which is really doing a great job. Pretty new brewery. And they have been winning all sorts of awards for their beer, but they have a super fun vibe out there. And this is one of the fun things they did this weekend. I feel like the sweaters are not, the ones we're seeing here are not that high on the ugly scale, They're just sweaters. They're cute. You're putting cute dogs out there. That's not right. It was all for a good cause.
There are so many dogs in need that are out here, and especially since COVID, a lot of people cannot care for their animals the way they should, and so they're making sure that they get a good life by surrendering them to shelters or to Humane Society and letting them find a new home.
How about that, Peak, Minnesota? That's Barb Gunderson. Barb Gunderson running a new rescue pack there. Barb, good work. Real good. It's called the Rescue Pack. Now, there's an ugly sweater. You win. Beagle. Looks like a little beagle, maybe. Tricolor. Yep. You're the winner, according to me. This group, of course, we have so many small groups that are working so hard to find dogs, forever homes, and it's just terrific. It's people with a passion that are out there making a difference. So good work, and good work to you, Barb Gunderson. It is a heartwarming holiday tradition. And I've been reading about this idea. When you go out to dinner with a group, right? This is the time of year where you do that. You get your closest friends, and maybe 6 of you go out to dinner. What if each individual brought $100, $100 bill, if you can afford it, obviously. Maybe it's $50, whatever the case may be. And then you all throw down for a tip to the server. Pretty cool. This is what happened in Utah, and they recorded the moment on video. There's a server opening it up, and look. Oh my gosh. She just can't believe it. They're, of course, excited. Give her a hug. $1,700 tip. Yeah, what a great surprise. And this is fun. Look at this. Look at the video from like the little security camera inside the bar. Really cool. $1,700. Everybody brought some extra cash, threw it in there. Server says she's going to use that money to pay bills. And this is what makes it great. Like, she really needs it. When you ask her, what are you going to do? She's going to buy a winter coat. Oh, sort of. I mean, that part is sort of heartbreaking, isn't it? And she's going to get her 3 kids new snow boots. But the fact that it's really great. You never know out there. You see people at a restaurant and you think like, oh, they're getting tips. They're doing fine. A lot of people kind of scraping by paycheck to paycheck. And if you're able to extend that love and kindness, can't beat it. Should do it year round, right? But this time of year, if you're motivated, you can really change someone's life. You really can. Pretty cool. All right, let's talk about Christmas movies. I know this is the time of year. Oh, Kimberly. Excellent choices. Miracle on 34th Street. Yep. The Polar Express. That's a good Christmas. Polar Express is a good movie. I think that movie's aged pretty well. Thanks, Kimberly. Here's Jennifer's feedback. The Waltons, A Homecoming. Oh, I don't know that one. An underrated classic. They watch it every year as a family. That's cool, Jennifer. Thank you. I love those traditions when people do that. Diana, White Christmas. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Miracle on 34th Street. Where's the music? We're not playing the hits today? What's going on back there in the control room? Are they still arguing over Die Hard? They're not. There it is. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to start singing Christmas songs. And I don't know if we have the budget to pay for the rights for White Christmas. That feels like an expensive one, right? The Burl Ives estate just cashing checks left and right. Molly says the Santa Claus. That is a good Christmas music. Elf? Anybody gonna say Elf? Charlie Brown Christmas? Yep. That's good, Suzanne. Oh, that's cool. Cindy loves hearing the Christmas Carol story, the Dickens story every year. Heather, Home Alone. You know, Home Alone to me never registered as a Christmas movie, but when you rewatch it, for sure it is. Yeah, Christmas Vacation. We're going to watch that with our kids because I don't think they've seen it. And there's so many pop culture references to that movie, so you feel like you should check it out. Bradley, It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah. Oh, The Grinch Stole Christmas. That's a good one too. Yeah, it's a lot of family time. Kids, so many kids off school. And I think it's good to take your kids and have them watch those classics because you don't want your kids to grow up to be the person at the workplace who's like, huh? I never heard of that. Before my time, I guess. Those people are annoying. They're annoying. There are lots of things before my time that you can open your mind and try to learn something, people. Life happened before you were alive. Did I take that too personally? It's possible. Morning Update, CBSN Minnesota. Thanks for hanging out with us. I will be doing all of our shows today by myself on Channel 4, so if you're sick of my voice now, maybe turn off your TV.